If you walk into a restaurant right now, any restaurant here in Tampa or St. Pete, you're going to see probably 85% of people on their phones.
Yeah.
I feel like they have a lot of power, and I think that they should use their power to,
We have so much cool shit happening. Like, I can't wait for the day I take a rocket to Paris.
I feel like we're already in this go, go, go grind mentality.
Yeah.
And I feel like we've got to learn to kind of slow our rhythm down a little bit. I want Tampa to be what I have in St. Pete. What I have in St. Pete is
Hello, all you beautiful people. Welcome back to Talkin St. Pete. First, I want to thank everyone. I think we're over 80 episodes now. It's just unbelievable to think that we've done that many episodes and so many great entrepreneurs here in the greater St. Pete area. So I want to thank everyone for watching and appreciate you being here. Also, a reminder, this is sponsored by Bogden Homes at Keller Williams St. Pete. So if you need anything real estate related, even if you need a new lawn guy, give us a call. We have all the contacts for you. And now on to our awesome guest, round two. Colette Delange, did I say it right?
Yes.
Yes, Rare Body Studio, owner and founder, and she's expanding. She went to the other side of the bridge now, too.
I did. I have 2 locations, one in South Tampa now.
Yeah, that's amazing. Well, I'm honored to have you back because we had so much fun last time. I snuck a sneak peek at our episode, and we were laughing before we even started.
I know.
Which is a good thing.
That is good.
So business is going well.
It's going really well. I mean, I thought it was going to be a really slow start with South Tampa, too, and we hit the ground running, and we got classes filled.
So I've been thinking, because like having you here and Pilates, and I didn't know much about Pilates when you first came on. You educated me. I took a class there, and full respect for everyone who does it because it's way harder than it looks. But I also decided that I'm going to let you guys take care of that. I'm not that flexible. I don't know. It just.
Well, that's why you need Pilates.
Yeah, probably right. But no, it's phenomenal. And Colette, did you have any insight to know? I mean, you started in New York. I feel like it's just even more like popular than the last time you were here.
It's booming. I mean, I feel like from not only just from celebrities talking about it all the time, now influencers and Instagram, and it's viral.
And
I'm
it's a viral workout.
I'm so blessed and glad that I got into it when I did because
you were ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
You were way ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
I just been thinking about that more of like, man, I feel like every post I see of a girl or any slight interest in fitness is posting about Pilates.
It's in rap songs now. It's in movies. Yeah, I mean, people are talking about it in songs. It's amazing. Whenever I hear Pilates, I'm like, oh, that's me.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. That was just right timing, right?
I know, it really was.
So big news from the last time you were here. You had planted seeds of maybe wanting to do this, and you finally pulled the trigger on going to Tampa. So tell us about the journey.
It took a long time to find that perfect spot. I was very adamant I had to have free parking because I feel like if I'm going to go to a fitness class, I'm not going to go, one, to search around for 30 minutes to find parking.
Yeah, because you're already running late.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then 2, I'm not going to pay for parking when I'm already paying for a fitness class. So that was really, really important for me, and the size and the shape of this space. Like a lot of people are like, oh, well, you can lay out your reformers this way where they face each other. And I'm like, no, I like lines, straight lines. All my reformers are in one line. My mats in the hot room are in one line or 2 lines, but I like everything symmetrical. So I was very picky about the layout.
So how long did it take you?
How long ago has it been since you and I talked?
Over a year.
Yeah, so about that. That's when I was looking.
Wow.
And there was a couple times where I was like, okay, here's the spot. I was about to sign a lease, and then something would happen, and it would fall through.
Yeah.
So.
I'm just wanting people to listen, like, that are thinking of opening a brick and mortar store. Like, it takes a while.
It takes a
to
long
do
time.
It right.
Oh yeah, especially if there's the supply is very low, but if you're also picky about your space. If you're not as picky with like your layout and things, and it's maybe easier, but it's hard finding your space.
Yeah. Before we stay over across the bridge in Tampa, I mean, how's the studio been doing in St. Pete?
It's amazing. I mean, all classes are full. My instructors are kicking ass. I don't know if I can say that.
Yes, you can.
Okay, good. And my front desk staff, I mean, they're the face because, as soon as you walk in, you see them first. So that's really important to me.
So how is things going in Tampa? Are you having the same, it's a different market over there. We talked about that.
It's different. I mean, the people are different. Their expectations are different. So I think I'm not even open a month yet, and I'm still trying to kind of maneuver how we run things a little bit differently over there to cater to the population there.
Yeah. Are you using the same tactics that you used in St. Pete to get the buzz and the attraction?
Not really. Here, I collaborated with a lot of local businesses, and then we kind of cross-pollinated on that. There, it's like people just posting. I mean, my studio's gone viral on TikTok, and I'm like, I don't know TikTok very well, but I was so old. But it's like, people are like, oh, I've heard you about TikTok. I'm like, I'm not even on TikTok. And I'm like, okay.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay, so leveraging more of social.
Yeah. Social media is just killing it for me.
Love that.
Yeah.
Love that. So you also mentioned before, it's funny because like I'm remembering more because I did review, but that like how important community is.
It's huge.
For you.
Yeah.
And last time you mentioned like your local presence in the studio helped with that community.
Yeah, and I remember telling you I was nervous because I was like, how am I going to be in two places at once?
Well, Colette, there's only one of you.
I know.
So how are you doing it?
It's not easy. I wish I could be in Tampa a little bit more, but right now I'm still in St. Pete a lot. I'm working on that.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to
Well, it's good through good people, right? You got good people.
I have really good people. I do have really, really awesome people. And they know that what my values are, and I think they uphold that for me.
Yeah, for the few that are listening that don't know about your studio, what makes Rare Body different? Let's say that this is their first time hearing you. Let's not make assumptions.
I mean, I think what makes us different is we see everybody for who they are and where they're coming from. We don't want to have any expectations for where you are. You can come in as a super beginner and you can fall off the reformer if that's what happens that day. And we're not going to judge you. We're going to be there for you and support you and or encourage you to come back. Not that that has happened, but if it does, we don't want you guys to feel scared or uneasy that you're going to feel judged at all in our studio. But we have all different body types coming in there. Even our staff members. I mean, I want a big diversity of people, real people that come in and feel safe.
Yeah. No, it's good. I mean, and competition is higher. I feel like the studios are popping up all over the place.
All the time. And I started consulting. I don't know if I even talked to you
No.
about that. I started consulting. I'm helping people from all over the world, opening up Pilates studios.
That's
I
amazing.
helped
That's
one in
so
Abu
cool.
Dhabi. I helped one in New York. I've helped one in Texas. I had to put a pause on consulting for a while because I dove too much of my time in Tampa.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been fun helping other people open studios.
What does that look like? I mean, what are the biggest questions or struggles of new gym owners, studio owners?
Probably like where to start. How do you even find a place? What are my negotiations? Who should I be hiring? Like, I tell them you have to have a real estate agent to help you. Just kind of negotiate the terms, because a lot of people, like one person that I was consulting with, she signed a lease without anybody helping her and looking over it, and I'm
Dangerous.
like, no, you really need to have a professional to look over, even an attorney, because I've heard a lot of things going wrong with that.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, well that's cool. How do people? So you're not really opening the doors to that, but how do people find you? Like especially overseas.
One Reddit post.
Really?
Someone posted on Reddit about 3 years ago saying, hey, I'm trying to open a Pilates studio. Does anybody have any advice? All I did was say, hey, I own Rare Body Studio. I opened in St. Pete at the time. I'd be happy to help. Here's my Instagram. Here's my email. And then from that, I get probably 10 inquiries a week.
Just from that?
Just from that one.
That one post. Whoa. What an advertisement. That's like putting a thing in the paper.
I
right?
know. But even
back in
from
the day.
years ago, it's just insane. I can't believe it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's cool.
I know.
That just shows, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what that shows. I'm trying to think. Like, that's Reddit. I don't think about Reddit often.
I love Reddit.
Maybe I need to look into that
Yeah.
more.
I'm just nosy. I like to see all of everybody's conversations.
Yeah. Huh. Okay. Yeah. So what else? So what's going on in Tampa? I mean, we're all, I'm so focused on St. Pete. I don't know what's going on over there.
Well, we are right next to the Olivia restaurant off of Henderson Boulevard. So we have a lot of traffic on that road where people can see us. I'm still working on getting a sign for us. It's going to cost me a lot of money to get a sign, so I'm like saving up money for that first. But I mean, the layout's exactly the same as St. Pete. The only thing is the colors are probably a little different, and it's kind of inspired me to maybe repaint St. Pete.
Oh, because you're like, oh, maybe
I
you
just
like
love
it better.
the color. I do like it a lot better.
What did you do? Different.
The flooring, I did like a more of a like a espresso color stain on the concrete, and then I did like a gloss with black walls, and then brown in the bathroom. So it looks really clean.
But it's dark it's in St. Pete's.
St. Pete's more gray. Grays, blues, whereas over there it's more browns. greens, and blacks.
Neutrals.
Yeah, and I really like it. It looks so sexy. I love it so much. And then I have like my muralist. She did like some awesome murals in Tampa. She did like a really nice green mural because the fire department didn't let me have it there for some reason because it was a fire hazard of where I guess I had it.
The mural?
Remember the green wall that I have in St. Pete?
Yeah.
So I had it up in Tampa, and then the fire marshal came out and they made me take it down. So I had my muralist come and do like a really gorgeous green wall.
Okay. How is that a fire hazard?
Well, I don't know. They actually had to take it outside and catch it on fire to see what it was going to do. I wasn't there when they had to do it, but I guess it did catch fire. I don't know.
All right.
That cost me like $1,000.
Yeah.
To take it down and then having my muralist put something else on.
Yeah.
But even my muralist was expensive too. But I mean, she's not that expensive. She's very reasonable.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah.
All right. What's the mural? I haven't seen it.
Oh, it's gorgeous. She had big leaves, very like tropical looking, and then I had her put like a little hummingbird in the corner. My mom is obsessed with hummingbirds, and she reminds me of a hummingbird, so I put a little hummingbird in the corner. So
That's cool.
Her essence is there.
Yeah. So now after, you've been open just about a month. Where do you go from here? I mean, you got to get this place popping.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because before you're like, yeah, second location.
Yeah, I know. I mean, like when I was the first month, I was like, or the first week, I was like, holy shit, why am I doing this? Because the toilets backed up, all the plumbing backed up the first day we opened, because I guess somebody flushed something that shouldn't flush, and it happened 3 times since I opened, and then St. Pete started, the AC stopped working, and then it's been.
Well, this is a good conversation. I know why, because people don't think about all the nuances that go into being a business owner.
Yeah,
right. They just see the front cover of the book.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
And we make it look easy.
Yeah, you make it look easy, Colette. You just get to come in, and you're just, what are you doing all day, right?
I know.
Then the stresses and the headaches and all the behind the scenes and the constant thought that goes into it. So it's really important that people understand how much effort and work goes into it. And I know that's something you want to talk about, of like the responsibility of those, like now with the power of the internet, and people are quick. It's easier to get a bad review than it is to get a good review.
I agree, 100%.
Right?
Yeah, and it can, that is like just a click of a button, it can change somebody's life.
Yeah, so like you said that you wanted to talk about this. I mean, what do you think is going on in the world with influencers?
I feel like they have a lot of power. And I think that they should use their power to for good, and to understand that behind all these brands is a human being and multiple human beings. I had someone come into St. Pete. She's an amazing human. I feel like she's awesome because I did reach out to her after this post, and just letting her know that, I saw the post and it definitely hurt my feelings. One, because you did post it on something, whereas on Google, if it's on Google, people can leave one bad review, but there's also like 100 other good reviews.
Right.
So people can kind of take that.
Yeah.
Exactly. But with that one bad post that somebody can post about, can really deter a lot more people to just come to your business, right? And unfortunately, the day that she did come, it was a day that one of my front desk staff was having a lot of personal issues. She was having a really tough day emotionally with her family, and so she wasn't 100% that one day. And this influencer, God bless her, she did post saying that she didn't have the best experience. She did, which is good. She did come to Tampa, and she did talk about how an amazing experience it was there. But I want... once I saw that, it dug me even deeper of how bad could have gone if she said something else, or if somebody else could say something, another influencer that could say something even worse because we had a bad day, because the AC was out, and so it's a horrible business. You never know. And so I feel like these people need to be careful. And instead of posting it and blasting it, let's go to the owner. Let's go to the manager and let them know what happened, so that you can have a better understanding of that human being that you said that did not give a good experience was dealing with some really heavy stuff personally. And if we remove the brand, you can see all these amazing people behind it.
Yeah. Yeah, people forget that there are humans behind every brand.
Yeah, there's humans.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing just to think about the power of social media and those that have any influence. It doesn't necessarily mean that they deserve the influence. I'm just talking generically.
Right.
Not about any individual. But some people gain influence online for being dumb. Right? Because they're funny or whatever, right? But now all of a sudden, because 100,000 people follow you because you say silly things, or you dress a certain way and you like to shop, now all of a sudden you have some weight and your opinion matters more
Right.
than someone else's.
Which I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, it
You
can
know
be
what I mean?
positive.
It can be a positive
Yeah,
thing,
for sure.
you know?
There's a double-edged sword to
Right,
this.
exactly. Because I've had a lot of influencers come into my studio, and I love every single one of them because they post and they love and they share
Yeah.
love. But this is the first time I've ever experienced a bad one, or more of a negative one, I want to say.
Yeah.
And then I've heard recently, after that happened, I heard recently a business actually had to close down because of one post that destroyed them and went viral. And this small mom and pop restaurant, actually here locally in Clearwater, had to close down.
Wow.
And
That's detrimental.
That's devastating.
Yeah.
So now it made me really feel like this needs to be a topic that we need to talk about and help people understand that.
Yeah, I think it's
they're
just
humans.
understand like you gotta give some grace, you know, because the AC does go out, the toilets do back up, like
Yep.
like life happens.
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
like to say it doesn't, you know, flights still get delayed.
Yeah, you're not going to stop flying Delta because
Right.
it was delayed multiple times.
Right. People say they do, but if that's the only flight you got,
Right.
you're gonna take it.
You're going to take it.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think that, it's just more awareness towards that because in the good, I mean, I can share, you know, we have some influence over the city and we were invited to something and I've been talking about it pretty often prior to this but we didn't have the best experience. I didn't talk about it. We just didn't talk about it.
Exactly.
I'm not going to be the demise after I have like hands-on experience with that thing. Because I just wanted everyone to succeed and do good.
Same.
I'll be honest, but you just got to like use the appropriate channels.
Right. Exactly. But you can also be honest with that person of saying, you know what, I liked your vision. I liked how you've created that. And I know you didn't ask for my opinion, but here's my little opinion, just in case you wanted it. And you could take that with you want or the way you want it.
Right. Yeah. So things are changing quick.
They are. I mean, AIs and ChatGPT and all the things are happening now, and it's like it's a gift and a curse. And I think that with AI, we forget that we got to remember to be humans.
Yeah, I was just watching Andrew Huberman. You know, he is neuroscientist, and he was talking about, of course, his favorite topic of dopamine, and how. And this actually was a new concern because I'm like all in on AI, big time.
Same.
However, he was saying that the dopamine reward system is wired in a way that it's the hard work and anticipation of the award is actually the release of dopamine. And so now I think about AI and how quickly and instantly, with no work, we're getting results.
I know.
And what that does to our
equilibrium.
yeah,
kind
our
of thing.
dopamine
Yeah.
system.
Yeah.
Because it's like it could put you into a funk. I think we could end up in a slump because of it's even more of the instant gratification, which actually isn't the gratification that we yearn for the most. Like after a hard day's work of like building a garden and planting that and then getting them to eat the fruit of that, like that's a reward.
Yeah.
You know, opening your business and the year of searching for a place and then having customers actually come through and getting raving reviews and all that versus of like, you were like, oh, I want a studio, blink, and there it is.
That's how people think it is.
Yeah, they do because they think everything's an overnight success. But the reward system in your own brain isn't going to. It's not going to be as fulfilling. I think we could end up in a slump. We got to really. I don't know. There's a mental health thing I think that could come out of this. I'm early in my adventures on it, but
I think we just got to practice on putting the phones away.
Yeah.
Just putting them away. I went to a resort with my mom and my sister and my cousin, and it was no phones allowed. It was kind of like White Lotus. Have you seen White Lotus? Oh, it's kind of like you have to watch it. It's a really good show on HBO.
Okay.
So it was kind of like White Lotus. You come in on the van, and they give you a nice cold towel, and then you walk in, you put your phone in like a little sleeping bag, and you're not allowed to be on your phone at all. So it's 4 days of no phones.
That's beautiful.
It was.
Where's this at?
Arizona, Miraval. It's
Okay.
called Miraval Resort. They have multiple locations. But like it was more like a meditation. You go to meditate, yoga, Pilates, fitness. You could do some classes. It was really amazing. But I came back and I just felt different. Like I felt more lighthearted. My manager was like, "You should probably go on these like every 3 months," because I was so much more relaxed when I got back.
Colette, you're onto something, and I know we're going to see more of those types of things pop up.
Yeah.
People are going to be looking for non-digital experiences in a world that becomes so digital.
Yeah.
So there's a business opportunity there.
Yeah, I know. And I wish I could do that for my business. Like, no phones allowed, but that's how I get a lot of business.
Right.
It's because people
different.
post.
That's what I'm
and,
saying.
you
It's
know,
a double-edged sword. But I think
is.
for our own mental reset, like you feel like your nervous system of how back in sync it was.
I know.
And not in that fight or flight or like, I don't know. Recently, I haven't been on social as much, and it is nice.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
I know. It really is. I mean, it does reset your brain a little bit too to kind of create its own dopamine in a different way. Because scrolling on anything, I feel like you just get that instant gratification too much.
Too much.
Yep.
Too much. Did you see about the ferry? The ferry's like getting funded and all that stuff between St. Pete and Tampa.
No, I did not. Now I
Yeah.
can do that to work. Okay.
Yeah. Well, maybe not. I mean, maybe they're trying to increase it so it can run every 1 to 2 hours instead of 3 to 4.
Okay.
was just
Is it
reading
that
art-
popular?
I think they're trying to make it like maybe 80,000 people use it or something like that. I don't know,
Okay.
80,000 riders.
Okay.
They're trying to get up.
I've done
to
it like 3 times.
I've never been on it.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It is nice.
I guess
Yeah.
there's a whole funding thing going on with that, but it's like this battle. I feel like there's this like quiet battle between Tampa and St. Pete.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not so quiet.
Yeah.
And it came down to the ferry. Just something I was reading this morning on our friends at St. Pete Rising.
I mean, I feel like it's a great thing. I feel like adding any kind of added benefits to the community, I think is great.
Yeah.
Because there might be people that don't have cars that live in St. Pete that would want to go to Tampa for a little bit cheaper.
Or you just want to miss that traffic.
Oh, yeah, that traffic sucks.
Right? Like, I'd rather take a 40-minute ferry than sit in 40 minutes of traffic.
Same. You can see dolphins.
Yeah.
A few seagulls.
I think it's a great way to connect the two cities. Like, you go take the ferry over to a game or a concert or something.
I mean, New York had it. You know what I mean? They
Uh-huh.
have all kinds of ferries going over back and forth through the city.
Yeah, I wonder how they fund that and why we're having issues. We're having some money issues
Well,
with it.
is it free? Is the ferry free?
No.
I don't know. Okay, you'd have to pay for it.
But what we charge is not enough to cover the costs, apparently.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I think the one in to Governor's Island, I think it was like $15 per ride, or to get there and back. So I don't know how much it is here.
I don't know. Michael, can you look quick? Just to see. Yeah, there's so many things happening in St. Pete, and the growth. I mean, do you what's happening in Tampa, like where you're at? Do you think it's going to keep growing over there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I see buildings being built left and right. The only issue is parking. There is zero parking. I met someone this past week, part of the chambers and part of the South Tampa chambers, and we were discussing they need a new building because Helene kind of destroyed the one that they were in. So they've been looking ever since then, and they find amazing places, but where's everybody going to park? There's no parking. And that's why it's very adamant for me to find a place to find parking.
Yeah, that was a good move on your part. What's something in business that you used to focus on that you don't find as important anymore, like through your journeys?
Oh, man, that is a good question. I'm going to say the bad reviews. Because I have, let's say, and combined to all my platforms, 500 plus 5-star reviews. But I'll get maybe 1 or 2 or 3 1-star reviews. They used to kill me. My stomach would be in knots. I would be up all night sweating about it. But now it's like, now I'm like, let me focus on these 500 plus good reviews that we have. I'll approach these in a different way of saying, how could we have done better? But again, I have to switch my focus on the good.
Last time you were on, we talked about the book, The Gap and the Gain.
I love that book, yeah. Yeah, I just recently listened to Let Them, and that's helped me through another hurdle. It seems like a lot of people see what I'm doing and they want to do it for themselves. And so I've had people try to create their own space, their own Pilates studio, but try to pull from my following and my clients that I've already had. But I've read that book in perfect timing because I'm like, you know what? Let them.
Let them.
Let them.
Yeah.
Because there's enough people for everybody.
Yeah, of course. I'd say there's only collaboration, no competition.
Exactly.
I think
Yeah.
competition is low level energy. Right? If we just come from a place of competition and love, then
I agree.
it's all good. That happens in all the fitness communities, like whether it's yoga, Pilates,
CrossFit,
weightlifting, group workout, whatever, right? Because another gym opens, and then one person goes over, and they have some influence, and they pull their friends over, and now 5 left, and then this, and it's just I've watched it happen between all the gyms.
And they will, if they feel, they will come back.
Yeah.
That's another thing. Like, and I've noticed, I've had it happen to me where a lot left, and then a majority of them actually did come back because of what we offer.
And even if they're leaving, right? As sometimes just when you're like, I just need a new routine.
That too.
Need to
Yeah, a little
it up.
change up. Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
And that's
every time I go to that class, I see the same or talk to the same 3 people. Maybe want to meet 3 more people in a different class somewhere else.
Yeah.
So it's not ever. It could not be personal.
right. Right.
Could just be to what's going on.
Yeah, they just want to change it up.
Yeah. And there's so many options now.
So many options. I know.
Do you think we're oversaturated?
Yes. Yeah, I do. But I think it'll level out eventually. What do they say? It's like 3 years is when businesses usually fail, after 3 years.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping it will level out. God bless the ones that don't survive. But it's more saturated, I feel like, with Legree. I think I talked to you about the Legree studios, where they're more like the mega former, kind of like more like the CrossFit-y kind of Pilates. Whereas we're like the more classical, the traditional Pilates studio. And I feel like Legree's just so saturated. I mean, since I talked to you, there's 5 that opened walking distance from my studio.
Whoa.
5.
Whoa. I mean, there is that one big building going up right there, apartment building, but I don't know if there's that many new residents being added to
I don't know.
justify that.
Oh, yeah, I don't know either.
Yeah.
And there's no parking. But granted, the people that are going to be living right here, they're probably going to be walking everywhere.
Yeah. No, it's been so neat to, I mean, I've been saying this on the show since inception, but change is inevitable, and I think we're going in the right direction, but it is crazy. Like the Waldorf Astoria building that's being built. Do you know about that?
No.
It's going to be down here, closer to the water, and closer to Saltaire. Entry-level condos, $2 million.
Where is it going to be?
What's the name of that building that's going to be right next to it? It's another... What was it? Northern Trust Building. Yeah, it's one of the business buildings down here. It's closer to the water near
Okay.
Saltaire. It's
Yeah.
kind of near the Rowdy Stadium.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Rowdies. Okay, I know where that's at now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had to put the map in my brain.
Yep. Right near the water. But $2 million entry price.
I mean, these right here, the new one, the new skyscraper, I feel like it's a skyscraper. They're expensive too.
Yeah.
I have a client that she's waiting on hers to get finished.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I'm like, can I collaborate with you guys?
Yeah, for sure.
Can I do like a rooftop Pilates class for you guys?
Yeah, are you doing any guerrilla marketing stuff, or what's? I feel like you always had a good marketing brain.
I do have a really good marketing brain.
Yeah.
I think that's how I was raised. But my next one is Station House. I'm collaborating with Station House. Are you familiar with Station House? We're doing rooftop Pilates with them. We're going to do that June 28th at 9 a.m.
Mark your calendars.
Thank you. Yes,
Yeah.
mark your calendars. I'm really excited about that because I'll probably give you guys like a free towel, maybe a nice cold towel at the finish, just to make it a little bit more special.
Were the cold towels something you always did, or is that new?
No, I've always done that. And the hot classes, I do that. I don't think you took a hot class.
I didn't take a hot class.
you
I was
took
already
reform.
dying.
Yeah. You should try a hot class.
Okay.
Next time I'm going to sign you up.
Yeah.
And then the next event the grand opening for Tampa is going to be June 21st. And we're offering free classes all day long. I'm going to probably teach about 4 of them. And we're also going to have big goodie bags from local businesses in South Tampa for everybody that comes. So
That's
I'm really
awesome.
excited about
That's
Yeah.
a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
Super exciting. Super exciting. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think the little pop-ups like that, people are doing that. Like I've seen like yoga at the pier and
we do the Pilates at the pier. I've been doing that since 2020.
Yeah, you're like old news.
Almost, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I love that we're doing it still to this day, but I've been doing that, and I'm not going to lose that spot. I'm going to keep that spot forever.
Is there a fitness trend or something going on right now that you're like kind of that you're over? Yeah, I feel like something's become kind of trendy.
I feel like everybody's doing the Legree and the hot Pilates. Like, everybody's doing it these days. I mean, I'm doing consulting now, so with the consulting, it's everybody wants to open a Legree studio or a hot Pilates studio. And it's just so funny how I feel like I had this idea years ago, and then it's just this huge thing that's popping up. I'm like, what? How? I don't understand. But yeah, Legree is kind of like...
Is that what the market wants?
I think that's what they want, but it's not what they need.
Oh.
I feel like we're already in this go, go, go grind mentality.
Yeah.
And I feel like we've got to learn to kind of slow our rhythm down a little bit. And I feel like Legree is like, not all Legree studios, but majority of them is like neon lights flashing, loud mic setup, loud music, bumping music. Whereas I feel like with other studios, more classical or even not so classical, more contemporary, it slows you down a little bit from this busy life.
Mm-hmm.
Slow down, guys. We don't need to keep going.
Yeah. No, it's true.
I mean, all the time we're on our phones, whether we're driving or anything, and it's just constant go, go, go. So let's take a minute to slow down a little bit. I think it's okay to dip into those faster pace things every now and then, but our body's craving that
Disconnect.
That disconnect or that slow down kind of feeling.
Yeah. So many people are running around in fight or flight mode. Like
Yeah.
I notice it within myself a lot, and when I'm not in that, it's like it's almost like a panic.
in constant panic. Like the saber-tooth tiger is like literally attacking you and fighting, chasing you like all day long. And we got to stop doing that.
Yeah.
And we got to stop doing that in our movement too.
How do you fill your cup?
Lately, I've been doing a lot of water stuff. So I like go on the boat. Well, we did a boat this past weekend, paddleboarding, kayaking. I just love being out in the water. It just kind of soothes me.
The water is so refreshing. Like
really
not even
is.
the feeling, just like being near it. You know.
Yeah.
I run out to the water and you just the minute you see it, you're like, ah.
I know. It is so nice. And it's like you see like a dolphin or something. You're just like, you just get to appreciate what life has to offer.
Yeah. Do you practice gratitude?
All the time.
Yeah.
All the time. I feel like that's what helps me get through the day. Because there's always the fires that's coming up, whether it's a no-show of an instructor or a upset client or anything. Or
Instructors do that?
Yeah.
They no-show?
Now that I have what, 38 employees now?
Yeah, so you're bound to happen, right? Mm-hmm. Come on, that's crazy.
I know. I hate it because I care about my staff a lot.
Yeah.
I love them, and I don't like having those kind of conversations with them. But
that's a weird thing for me. I forget that happens.
Oh, it happens all the time.
Like when I run into that, I mean, we're in like I run the brokerage here, and agents are independent contractors, so I can't like hold them to the fire to show up. But if people make a commitment and then no show,
yeah,
I don't get that. I do not get that.
I don't get it either.
No, and to all of Colette's instructors that are listening, I'm the one telling you right now, if you make a commitment, you commit.
Yeah.
You have to show up.
You got to be there.
That's your reputation.
Yeah.
Not yours and theirs.
Yeah. It is.
I couldn't do it. I guess for me, it's like I grew up, my first job at 13, I was a DJ at a roller skating rink.
Well, that's the best job ever.
But I did that for 5 years as a young kid, and there was never a time, you never no-showed. You never called out.
Oh, and if you did, you get fired immediately.
Well,
I did that once. I did my first job, and I was fired.
But I mean, there wasn't like there's 2 other DJs that are on that day. Like if you don't show up, the show doesn't go on.
I mean, that's how it is with Pilates.
That's what I'm saying.
If you don't show up, the class is canceled. And then I got to give those clients a free class, and that's costing me money when
it's unacceptable.
Yeah, it really is.
It's unacceptable.
100%.
Yeah. Fine, like hard line. Like
hard line.
Hard line.
I know. And I can only get in Tampa and so fast. Like it happened a couple times in Tampa. In St. Pete, it's okay. I can get there in 8 minutes.
Yeah.
Tampa, it takes me 35.
Yeah, but what if you're out of town? Like that's the thing. As a business owner, people forget that now you're married to the business, right? I think as a real, this is something because I teach this with agents. Are you a business owner or are you an employee of your business?
I'm trying to be a business owner.
Yeah, a lot of us are, but it's tough.
It's tough. It is so tough. I feel like even this past weekend, whenever I was trying to disconnect and get in the water. Friday, a car was broken into at my business. It was just some kid just smashed a window, and that was it. I unfortunately lost that client. She wanted to cancel her membership. She didn't feel safe. But I am putting measures in of I'm adding better cameras and stuff like that. But I can't be out there all the time, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But it does. According to one of my other clients, she's a forensic police officer here locally, and she told me it's happening all over the place. So don't take it personal that it happened in your space. Like, okay, good. Then Saturday we had some drama with a client, and then Sunday we had a no-show instructor. And both times I couldn't be on my phone because I was on the boat.
Right.
Or I was in the kayak.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Calling my husband's like, can you get off the phone? I'm like, I'm trying, but I gotta.
Pros and cons, and I feel like our community should get it because so many people here have something or have some kind of side gig. Mm-hmm. That's what makes at least St. Pete so cool. For the bit that you can talk, tell me, because I want to know. I want to know what makes Tampa different. Because you're not the only one that I've had on the show that has locations in both, and there's a distinct difference between. And I think it's okay.
I almost feel like Tampa people, I love you guys, okay?
I know, it's tough. I know me put you in the spotlight, but that reaction says enough. And there's a great book called The Tipping Point by Malcolm Gladwell.
Okay.
And he talks about how the minute someone moves into a new environment, their behavior can immediately change. They immediately adapt. To their surroundings. And the study that they did is that there was some I'm going to butch this states, but let's just say it was the Northeast and then move into out West. And heart doctors. And let's say you're a renowned doctor in the Northeast for the way that you did surgery. Then you move out west for that very reason, but they immediately adopted the practices that how the surgeons did it out there. And so I think about that even because another example they uses in the book, and that people that moved to Miami, there's a lot of corruption that happens in the medical system down there, like really like fake pharmacies that are opened and fake doctor offices and like all this stuff just to collect checks, and that was the case that I guess this attorney was trying to put on for someone who was being convicted of it. It's saying that he never showed that behavior prior to moving into the area that was so filled with that type of corruption. So he's saying a good thing. You moved to St. Pete and you were a grouchy person up northeast, and now you're down filled with a bunch of happy people, and now all of a sudden you're a happy person. Right? And so whatever this vibe is that's floating that you can't put words to, I think that it just becomes an instant byproduct of when you live in that environment.
Yeah. But I'm hoping that my community of me building a newer community there can kind of shift that, because I feel like it's very stagnant energy in Tampa, and I feel like whereas St. Pete, it's kind of more flowy energy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like these people kind of need a little bit of a, it's all right.
Yeah.
You're living in a really
So
sunny,
that probably puts you in a tough place, because do you adapt to attract what's already there, or do you be the right? Because that could.
No, absolutely not.
Because I'm sure there's people in Tampa right now that are listening. They're like, no, that's exactly what I need. I don't like that. I want the different other vibe, but I live here.
Exactly. And I feel like that's what it's going to be different about Tampa, and that's why I need to be more adamant about being there, because I want Tampa to be what I have in St. Pete. What I have in St. Pete is it's a community. You're making friends in St. Pete, like seriously friends, best friends even. I mean, I've been open since 2020, and I love watching them still come in here, and they're best friends. They come into classes still together. They go have coffee right after. And I feel like in Tampa, it's like people are coming in, they want to make content, and they want to leave.
They want to make content.
Oh, yeah. I have one. Oh, let me tell you this. Oh, this gets bad. It doesn't get bad, but I have.
But I'm starting. I'm just out of the loop a little bit.
Let me educate you. So I've had people come into my studio in Tampa, not do the exercises that instructor is telling them to do in the classes, do their whole entire exercise that they want to do themselves and record the whole thing. Mind you, when I say not recording like and just setting it down and leaving it, they're taking it off, editing it during class, putting it back, and then doing another little snippet of their own little thing. And then how rude is that? And I don't want to have to put these implications in my studio of saying, okay, no phones allowed anymore, or no recording in my studio anymore. I don't want to do that, because it does help my business, with that cross-pollinating of them posting about me. But at the same time, I feel like we need to figure out how to do it out of respect for the instructor and also the person that's next to you that wants to do their own exercise.
Can I tell you the thought I just had? It could be really dumb.
Yeah.
But it's just thought. So I was just going to say it out loud. What if there was a window of time
where they can come and just do
not even
content?
well, that and or during class. Okay, everyone, welcome to class. Now's your time to get your quick pick in, or whatever video of whatever movie.
That's a good idea. Kind of like deliberate time.
Deliberate 90 seconds. Get your video, and after that, phones have to go away, because now it's time to lock in. We're here for you. We're not here for anyone else.
I absolutely love that idea. I'm actually going to talk to my instructors about that.
I just think something of like, you want to do it? Let's let it be intentional, and now get it out of the way, and now let's put it away and be here.
And be here for you.
Be here.
You don't have to be here for your content.
Now. You need big signs that says, be here now.
Be here now. Exactly.
I don't know if that's a great idea, but maybe it is.
No, I think that's a really good idea. I'm going to try to implement that. I needed to come up with a solution for Tampa, because I don't have that issue in St. Pete, really. But Tampa, I do.
Yeah, because it's distracting to the other people in class. It's distracting to the instructor. And there's
probably some people that don't even want to be in the video if they're in the background.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think it's kind of like, it's rude.
Yeah, but it could make a fun little, even viral moment for you if this studio, like, it could be fun.
Yeah. Yeah, we can make it fun.
We can turn a negative to a positive.
Absolutely.
I'm all about it.
Yeah.
I'm optimistic AF.
I know. I like that. I love it. So I got to implement that for sure.
Yeah, something. That's great. I did not think that's what you were going to say. People are coming in to make content.
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, what a weird, man.
It is a very weird world that we're living in. I love it.
It makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
I get it. But you should be there for the workout.
For yourself.
Yeah. Like
you know
the whole
I mean?
thing.
Yeah. You should be there for yourself. Yeah.
Like, Your video will look better when you look better because you actually did the workout.
Yeah, exactly. I agree 100%. And if you do it in good form, too. Like
Yeah.
I have some more classical instructors where they're kind of getting bashed with reviews on some platforms of mine, and they're very highly educated. These instructors that I have. And if the people that are putting the bad reviews would just do the workout the way that they teach it and the way that they cue it, they can get a really good workout in. But because they're used to more the Instagram or TikTok Pilates classes, that's what they want, and not the true classical stuff. So I want them to try to give the classical stuff a chance. It's challenging as F, and you just got to give it a chance. You really have to give it a chance because they're amazing instructors and they know what they're doing.
I think we all just gotta stop being weak.
Yeah, and so stop being so analytical.
Yeah.
Like, we're all human. We're
Yeah.
so analytical, not only with ourselves, more so, but we're analytical with everybody. And then when you get that one bad experience, they're like, oh, what the fuck?
How could that be?
Exactly.
How could that be? You forgot my lime for my water.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
I don't know why we feel negative, but I just want everyone to just be so positive. Just a loving
And
person.
give grace.
Yeah.
Give grace to people and those bad
I think that's the theme of our
worst
thing. Just give
experiences.
grace to business owners and for each other. It'll be a lot better.
I agree.
So I know you're running around like crazy, but what else you got going on in your life?
That's pretty much it. Unfortunately, the past since November, I signed the lease. I've been just diving deep into everything.
Do you still have all the same? Are you still running the cold plunge and sauna at your other studio?
No, I stopped doing that.
Yeah.
That was just a money
No.
pit. There's just so many that are already
Right.
can do it better than me anyway. So
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm gonna leave it to you guys.
So you shut that down?
I shut it down. Now I have someone renting out the room. She does lashes. She did my lashes actually, so she's really
well, they
good.
look good.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah,
Okay.
she's really good.
All right. Well, that's cool. Yeah, there's such a boutique fitness in both St. Pete and Tampa. Like if you want red light therapy, you can go somewhere to do
exactly.
red light therapy.
Yep, exactly. There is a mega gym that's opening up in Tampa. It's a women's only gym that I'm actually really shocked about. It's massive. Have you heard about it? It's called Iron something. I don't know if you guys can look it up, but it's women's only. They're going to have Pilates, sauna, cold plunge, pickleball, tennis, like an actual real gym. It's where the old sporting goods used to be in the mall.
Oh, yeah.
Right there. That's where they're going to be.
Oh, wow.
I know. Massive.
Wow.
Huge.
It's like the St. Pete Athletic Club that's coming here to the factory. You hear about that?
Yeah, I did hear
Yeah,
about that
they finally started construction on that.
Yeah.
That'll be cool.
I love it though. I love that we're definitely an area that is just really focused on wellness and fitness.
Oh, yeah, big time. That's what I mean. So, like, to that point, if you lived in the Midwest to where there's one gym and you move here, you're like, wait a minute.
There's so many options.
So you have to be in it.
Yeah.
How can you not?
Yeah, you do.
It's too hot to, I feel like, this is something I've been thinking about, just random. Like, I feel like up north, a little more people are overweight because they can hide it under their clothes.
Yeah.
I'm just coming from the
Or
health.
they just need more to keep them warm.
Well, I'm coming from the health standpoint. I always look at weight as health. I don't care about what you look like.
Yeah.
I come from a place of health. Like, we know being overweight's not good for your health.
No, it's probably not.
It's definitely not, Colette.
Yeah.
Like, it's not good. You can do whatever you want with your little line. Like, being overweight is not good for your health. Your heart has to work harder. Your arteries are clogged. Like, it's just not good. And I think up north you can hide it easier.
You can hide it, but I don't think it's about hiding it either. I think here, if they are overweight, unfortunately, it seems like instead of going the healthier route of changing their diet and nutrition, they're probably using Ozempic.
Ooh, there's a whole conversation.
I know, and I did post something on my personal page, and I did have a few people backlash on that post. But
So, what are your thoughts on Ozempic? Like, I'm not educated enough, but I think I'm in the middle.
I think use it what it's meant for.
Yeah.
I feel like it is scary of the side effects that it does have. I'm not very educated on it, but I do feel like I care about the people that are on it a lot, and a lot of them are my friends, or maybe one is a family member, and it scares me to see and watch the side effects of that.
What are the side effects that you know of?
Depression. What were the other ones? Gut health. Your gut microbiome just gets all messed up. I've heard if you get off of it, you just gain it right back. It's kind of a drug that you probably have to be on forever once you start it. A lot of people are losing a lot of weight in their face, and it's causing them to look very almost like sick. Really bad dark circles. There's other side effects.
There's not
but I
people
don't
like there's
remember.
people that are like already super fit that are taking it. Like they just
Yeah,
get
that
that's what's
too.
weird to me.
That
I've heard
too.
that.
I know.
Right?
It doesn't make any sense. I just wish people would just be like, just eat healthy. Eat
Yeah,
healthy.
that's
It
where
doesn't
I'm coming
matter what
from.
you look like.
That's where I'm coming from on all this because
Yeah.
I know rare bodies like accepting of all body types, and I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're all born genetically a little different, but just want to like a healthy lifestyle. You can't argue with me that being healthy is bad for you,
Right.
right?
Yeah, I agree. 100%.
So, yeah, and so no, my point is down here. If you are overweight, you can't last very long because it's too hot.
It is pretty hot. It is pretty hot.
Right? It's too hot.
It is really hot.
You gotta be able to take the layers off, cool off a little bit.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
Even if you are overweight, you're beautiful just the way you are.
For sure. Just be healthy so you can
Just
live a
be
long
healthy.
life. That's where
Exactly.
I come from.
Yeah.
Longevity.
Yeah.
We have so much cool shit happening. Like I can't wait for the day I take a rocket to Paris.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I
It's
think
going to be expensive.
in our lifetime.
Are you going to be able to afford it? Because I probably won't.
No,
Yeah?
we're gonna do it.
Okay.
Yeah. Imagine you'd be like, oh, let's go to Paris. I can be there in 45 minutes.
Oh, man. That'd be nice.
It's
That'd
coming.
be so nice. We're going to Japan in September, my husband and I.
Whoa, tell me about that.
He's in track and field, so he's a track athlete,
yeah.
and he likes to go to like the big track meets. And there's one there in Japan in September, and so for about 3 or 4 days we'll probably watch the track meet. But then the rest of the week we're gonna go and kind of explore and stuff.
Have you
But
been
that
before?
no, that flight's brutal. Have you been?
No.
So I'm hoping I can use my travel points to upgrade us.
Yeah. You should need some. No, I've heard great. I've had friends that I had friends that lived in Japan. I have friends that visit. I've heard nothing but
Amazing things. I
Yeah.
kind of want to. The things that I have learned, I want the U.S. to kind of adopt is. There's no trash cans anywhere. From what I've heard. I don't know. I'll tell you later when I get back. But everybody has their backpack, and you just take the trash home with you. If you're eating something or anything, one, you don't eat in public. You don't drink in public. If you're sitting at a restaurant, you can eat and drink, but you're not like snacking on the train. That's not a thing. You're not sipping on your water on the
Wow.
train.
It's just a cultural thing.
Yeah, it's a cultural thing. It's
Yeah.
kind of disrespectful to do it. But I just love that. Just bring your trash with you and put it in the trash at your house.
I'm going to be really intrigued. I do want to hear about your trip when you get back because I want to study more of the Eastern ancient philosophy. Mm-hmm. Like I'm looking into the Tao more as I've been studying I've been studying the quantum a little bit and been finding direct parallels between some things. I know they're laughing because they don't like because I talk about the quantum so much, Colette, because it's really interesting and AI has opened the door for me to be able to explore it.
Okay. Are you taking drugs with us too?
No. No, it's science. Like it's baffling stuff that fooled Einstein. Mm-hmm. And so if there's question marks in there, and that's what intrigues me, and we're using it to find out some really cool stuff.
Are you watching podcasts on this? You need to send me these things.
Yeah, a couple podcasts, and I'm chatting with AI about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm asking AI the hard questions about like if I have a question and then I ask AI, then it comes back and I go, well, then what about this? And we just keep going down the rabbit hole.
Wow.
Yeah, but I just read. I'm in the middle of reading this book right now called Quantum Leadership, which is something I talked about on stage at a talk a month ago, and they connected it to the Tao, and I was like, oh, so now I'm using AI. Well, tell me about the parallels that are there, so that way I can learn about it myself.
Yeah.
Right? Just fascinating. I think that those cultures have had something figured out for a long time that Western civilization has lost. That's what my whole point.
Right.
The team's laughing at me. They don't, but it's fascinating.
Yeah.
Fascinating, because I like you go to Europe, they have recycle bins everywhere. Mm-hmm. They don't throw their glass containers away. Because everyone's just been taught that's what you do.
Yeah. Yeah. We need just to adopt that here.
I don't think we can.
I think we can.
You do?
I do.
You're more I'm pretty optimistic.
I'm optimistic.
But we'd have to like change something at like it's a generational, cultural, like the way you're raised, I think, type of thing.
Yeah, you're probably right. But I feel like with social media, I feel like a lot more people are being more educated because we're able to see other cultures without having to actually go there. So people can be like, oh, wow, I really like how they do that.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and implement that in my own life here locally.
That's true. The no eating on a train thing, I think I'd struggle with.
Me too. Or drinking. I have my water bottle with me all the
Yeah.
time. It's like a security blanket for me.
Everyone over there's walking around dehydrated.
but their skin is amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Oh,
amazing.
yeah, let me know on that one. That's something crazy.
Yeah, I'm really excited
That's
to go there.
crazy. What else is on your list there? Did we cover everything?
I think we did. I mean, I was pretty nervous about the influencer one, but we did it.
We navigated that. I totally talked about things that are more controversial,
Yeah,
controversial
that's
than that. I
true.
helped you out with that
Yeah,
one.
we did. Yeah.
I really don't care because it's my thoughts, and they're just thoughts. I could change it tomorrow.
Yeah. I feel like we just got to be careful because people are, like you said, more sensitive now.
Which is my point, to stop.
Yeah. Stop
But I
being
also
so
come from being a military background, where there's just no excuses, to the point of instructors not showing up. You either did or you didn't.
Yeah, I agree, 100%.
It doesn't matter. I had a flat tire. Don't care.
Yeah, pick up a phone,
Figure it out.
call,
Yeah.
walk,
Right.
Uber.
Yeah. Do whatever. Hitchhike. Do whatever you gotta do.
Yeah, I
Right?
agree.
So maybe I'm just a little more blunt on that.
Which I think we need more people like that. I've tried to be blunt, but I'm because of how social media has gone.
Yeah.
It can go sideways. I mean, that one
Sure.
girl, she posted a video of herself talking bad about an overweight Pilates instructor. She was like, I don't think a Pilates instructor should be fat. If you're fat, you should not be a Pilates instructor. I'm not going to do your class if you're fat. Something along those lines. And she got fired from her job. Her video went viral, and people were bashing her.
Yeah. I mean, that was just dumb.
Like,
Right? It was back to being negative about a person or a business.
yeah.
That's just dumb.
Yeah.
That's just
Yeah.
dumb. And I bet you that Pilates instructor would run circles around that person.
Probably 100%.
Right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's just dumb. Just
Yep.
be a good person.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you found any new cool restaurants?
I tried Olivia for the first time, obviously, because it's right next to my South
Yeah.
Tampa location.
Yeah.
I haven't tried the one here yet. Oh my God, my mouth is watering just thinking about
Uh-oh.
it. They had a really good truffle ravioli with mushrooms. It was really good. That's pretty much it. I'm trying to think of any other restaurants that I've tried recently.
You haven't been to, what's the new one we're all talking about? I have reservations there in the 20-something. Oh, no, it's the one in the Vinoy. Hold on.
Oh, I've heard about that one.
This one's, you talk about social media, this one's all over the place.
Yeah, Perry's is all over too. I haven't tried Perry's yet. At
Oh,
the
me
pier.
neither. I got a coffee there once when I was running by. That was it. What is it called here? Oh, yeah. Elliot Esther at the Vinoy. It's
Are they open yet?
It's Italian, yeah. But you need reservations. I couldn't get reservations till the 20th of June.
Oh, shit. All right, now I'm going to have to make reservations.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so no report on how it is, but I've heard good things.
Yeah. Yeah, Olivia's probably the only one that I've really gone to. I've probably gone to more, but
Last time you were here,
Life's
you were talking about Wild Child and Concrete Jungle.
I haven't gone back there since you and I talked.
You need to get your
I don't do
working.
I know. I don't do anything outside of work. That's the issue. That's my issue.
Yeah. Do you feel like, well, Japan, that's not, you said September. That's a ways out. I guess not really. I just had this, I've been telling this funny story because it is funny to me. I got an email the other day to sign up for the turkey trot again. And I was like, why are they so far out? This is crazy. And I clicked on the link and opened it. It said 5 months. I almost fell out of my chair. I was like,
5
we're
months.
here already?
I know. I can't believe May's already over. I just opened May 1st, and I'm like, how in the world are we done already? Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're going to be, do you have a GM or something?
A what?
A general manager?
Yes. I just switched over to one of the first ones I ever hired. She's leaving. She's moving to Tennessee. I'm gonna miss her a lot, but I did hire a new one. She was already the front desk person, and then it was an easy transition because she already just kicks ass at the desk. So.
I love that when people really step into it and they go above and beyond.
She's good. What I like about her is I'm such high strung. She's more like, Colette, it's gonna be all right. It's all right, girl.
Yeah, you need that balance though.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I do.
You still got that New York in you.
I know. I do. What the fuck do you mean?
Yeah.
And she's like, Colette, it's okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right. Okay.
Yeah. No, I get that. I get that. But that's why you're kicking ass down here. I mean, I think I've said this many times. Like those who bring that Northeast drive down here, like it's just you can do well.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of Northeast people down here that appreciate that and they want that type of service and attention to detail.
Right.
That's all. You have a high attention to detail.
I do have a very high attention, and it's in my brain all the time. It's like a little buzz bee in there, buzzing around 24/7.
Yeah. So you gotta make sure you get that time on the water to reset.
Yeah, and I did do that one trip. It was like the 4-day trip in Arizona, which was good. I mean,
No, I want to look into that. That sounds. I think Just being off the phone for a few hours feels good. Like a couple days.
But to be forced, like you literally would get in trouble if you get your phone out. And I'm like, okay, good.
Yeah.
Like, I literally cannot be on my phone.
I could do it easily. I hate my phone.
The first week it was hard. No, I mean, the first day it was hard. It was really hard to disconnect, especially when the text that I got when I was getting on the plane was an instructor wanting to quit.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I'm like,
Yeah, that's where you hope you just put good things in place
Yeah.
and you just walk away and hopefully it doesn't burn down.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And that's what the day, actually, when I was away, the plumbing just went haywire. Overflowing toilets and sinks in Tampa.
But you didn't know about it.
Not until later.
Yeah.
But one of my managers, she kicked ass and she was like, all right, I'll be there. And she was like, help meet the plumber, and she made it work.
Yeah, that's when you have like see who your leaders are.
Yeah, exactly.
And you
Yeah.
step up. Man, I want to start like maybe we can do like a little no phone thing. I don't know. I would love to see. I'm sure there's something already going on here locally, but
Maybe even like a no phone restaurant or like a no phone bar.
that would be cool.
You know what I mean? Like, how cool would it be if you walk into a bar, not one person's on their phone? If you walk into a restaurant right now, any restaurant here in Tampa or St. Pete, you're going to see probably 85% of people on their phones.
Yeah, I think that's something we talked about. You remember I asked you what's St. Pete missing? Do you remember we talked about last time?
Skating.
Yep.
I hope you to open one. Hopefully.
No,
you'll do it.
maybe down the road. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it could be kick ass. But I think we need like a real cool speakeasy type mocktail, like fancy cocktail, but like to the point that no phones,
No phones. Connect.
limited seating,
Yeah.
cool vibes.
Yeah.
It's legit speakeasy. Like you would walk past it and not know it's there.
Yeah.
Like not some like gimmicky.
The only issue is how are you going to promote it without social media? Because think about all the speakeasies. How do you feel? How do you find out about it?
Yeah, they get leaked a little.
People find out about it through social
But I
media.
think that's what the more exclusive it is, I think the quicker it would become a thing. There, I have the grandest layout because the one that I loved the most in Philadelphia had when you first walked in, you were in like a 4x4 little room, and there was just a hostess standing there. That was it. You couldn't even see what was going on in the actual bar itself, and they would not take you through the next door unless they had a seat. You would put your name on a list. And they would call you from a private number. You had one chance to pick up your phone. If you missed it, they went to the next person. And that was it. You lost your chance to sit in there that night.
Wow.
So I would always go when they first opened so I could guarantee to get a seat. But if you went and it's 8 o'clock at night on a Friday, you might be the third person on the list. So you have to go to the place next door and have your phone ready.
I think I've been to a place similar like that in New York. And yeah, we went next door to wait,
Yeah.
and then we went to the other
But
place.
it's popping in there, and it's nice because it's not
It's not overly crowded.
No, you have room. No one's
Yep.
on their phone.
Yeah.
It's real connection, real conversation.
I like that.
We need that.
So we got to open up a skating rink,
Mm-hmm.
and then now we have to open up a speakeasy with no phones.
Yeah, every time we come back here,
We can call it Disconnect.
Yeah. Ooh. The speakeasy? Yeah.
But our logo could be really cool.
Yeah. Okay, I like it. We gotta search for a location. You know, it's funny because of the show and just because now like all the connections in here. I just said to someone the other day, I go, I don't have any ambition right now to open a brick and mortar, but I feel like if I did, it'd be popping.
Oh, I mean, look at your network that you've just already built.
I know, I'm very grateful.
You'd have a community of entrepreneurs that would have your back.
I'm so grateful.
Yeah.
I'm just grateful for the community itself because it's like we're just tapping into it. Everyone is like you have. That's how you get launched in St. Pete.
Yeah.
You're doing a little different in Tampa, but
Yeah.
gotta do what you gotta do. What's the promo for Tampa? I mean, people come over there. What's the day again that you're doing the grand opening?
June 21st.
June 21st.
Yep.
If you're in Tampa listening to this,
8 to 1 p.m. We're offering free classes all day long. You do have to book ahead of time so that you can reserve a spot,
Right,
and
yeah.
then everybody gets a free gift out of that. And we'll have local vendors in South Tampa that will be there as well.
that's awesome. That's really, really
I'm
cool.
really excited.
What else do we need to talk about? Anything? I don't even know how long we've been going. I feel like we've been going for an hour, right? Yeah, we have.
Yeah.
Time flies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, you're kicking
I
ass.
like this place. I like this location.
Yeah, it's way better than
Yeah.
going. Yeah, it worked out, and we got lucky because that place flooded and doesn't even exist anymore.
Oh no!
They tore down the building.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That storm really kicked a lot of people out. It hit Asheville. You know, my family's from Asheville.
Oh well, yeah.
I mean, there's just devastation everywhere. You turn everywhere. It's just devastation.
Yeah, it's rough. Fingers crossed we get through a season with no scrapes.
We paid our dues. I think we're okay.
Yeah. I hope Mother Nature thinks
Yeah,
that way.
I think we're all right.
Mother,
I talked to her.
Yeah, you
I
said
did.
she said no, you're good.
Yeah, we're all right.
Yeah, we will put the deposit in for the next 10
Yeah,
years.
exactly.
Yeah, right?
20 if we're lucky.
Yeah, 20 for sure. My goodness, I
Yeah.
need it. It's stressful. It's stressful. Because I knew we had 30 agents that flooded.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so I mean, I felt for all them, but then like we're all like teams put together to go help and clean out and do all like.
So there's agents that actually lost their homes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I had a lot of clients lose their homes, and I gave them like a few of them a free month of Pilates whenever they were ready to come back. I was like, just
Yeah.
come back on
Yeah.
us. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Pausing your membership, anything you want. Just know that we're here. We did like a drive. We had a lot of things that were delivered to the
Yeah,
studio.
it was so kind.
And then we had people coming and picking up things and supplies that they needed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, that was good. That's good. The community. That's the community coming together, and
It is. And I don't know if Tampa's like that. I haven't been over there yet for an experience like that, but
you
St.
can
Pete
lead the
is.
way.
Yeah.
You can lead the
Yeah.
way.
St. Pete's, man, we are strong together.
We sure are. We sure are. I'm biased. You know.
Yeah.
I'm staying on this side of the bridge.
Yeah. You got to visit every now and then. It's nice over
no,
there.
I was just over there a lot. It's crazy. I never have to go to Tampa, and yesterday I had 3 appointments in Tampa. Coincidentally, I didn't even do it on purpose. All in this, I was like, "This is wonderful." Like I can just knock it out.
Yeah, get it all done.
All
Yep.
one swoop. Yes. Well, Colette, if people need to find you on the interwebs, where do they find you?
My website is rarebody.com, or you can go to my Instagram page, Rarebody Studio, at Rarebody Studio, and you can find all of our information there. All my socials, everything's on there.
Yeah. Well, go visit Colette. Go take a class.
Yeah. You're going to come take a hot class?
I'll do a hot class.
You
The
gotta take-
reformer's not in that, right?
No.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
on a mat.
Yeah, I can do that. I do hot yoga. It's fine.
Oh, then you'll be fine.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
that reformer thing. That is a beast.
Yeah, it
I
is.
found muscles I didn't know I had.
You'll find that in the mat room, too.
Yeah,
You will.
I'm excited for it. I'll definitely do it. Yeah, go find Colette at Rare Body Studio. All the good stuff. What's the date again for the grand opening?
June 21st.
June 21st.
And then Station House, the class at Station House, too.
On what day is that?
June 28th.
June 28th. Look, June 21, June 28th.
Yep.
You can go get some classes with Rare Body. Thanks for coming back,
Thank
Colette.
you, Ryan.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
So good to have
I
you. Good to
appreciate
see
it.
you. Have fun in Japan.
Yeah, I'm blessed. I'm excited for it.
For those that are still with us, the real fans, what's one word that they can comment below?
Grateful.
Grateful. Comment grateful, everyone. Share with a friend. Subscribe, like, go visit Colette. Appreciate you. We're extremely grateful for you, and we'll see you on the next one.